Hi everyone, welcome to my video that showcases my award-winning book, How to Talk to the Dead in 10 Easy Steps. This video will focus on what this book has to offer to the reader, the type of audience it's suitable for, and why this matters. The video also looks at how this book can meet the needs of its readers, and I also highlight some key areas in this book that are found nowhere else. My name's Rhys Wynn Davies, Psychic Medium. The book How to Talk to the Dead in 10 Easy Steps offers great insight and education into the reader who's searching for answers to the afterlife. Is it possible that we can survive so-called death? What happens to us when we die? Can I communicate with my own loved one who has passed? And how can I do that? It's a wonderful opportunity for any reader who's going through the grieving process, someone who's wanting to understand more about the afterlife and what happens, and can we actually communicate with our own loved ones? It's a wonderful opportunity because it teaches people and educates people that, yes, you can do that. And it's done through mind-to-mind communication, and that thought is superior to language in the spirit world. And the book gives great insight into how to attune your ability to do that through meditation, which leads to attunement and to sense and feel a spirit person, and teaching you to decipher your own thoughts from the thoughts of spirit through meditation and mindfulness. And then it goes into great concepts of being able to ask thought-provoking questions to that energy that you can sense and feel through meditation and attunement. When you feel the spirit around you, to be able to sense and feel that and perceive that, then learn to be able to ask thought-provoking questions through the mind telepathically, and then be able to perceive the answers back through using all of your clear senses. To be able to then profile a person, to understand who they are and why they come, and to continue that relationship in the afterlife. And so it's a very compelling book, great opportunity for anyone who's going through the grieving process to stay connected to a loved one who is in the spirit world and to continue that relationship even after so-called death. The opportunity then comes to the reader through this process. They don't even realize they're teaching themselves how to become evidential psychic mediums at the same time. And a lot of people feel after reading this book, there's a great opportunity there for them that if they choose to voluntarily or if they want to professionally become an evidential psychic medium and give great love, healing and support to others who are going through the grieving process. And so this is a great opportunity for anybody who's wanting to learn how to master the ability of being able to be an evidential psychic medium, to be able to structure and profile a spirit communicator and be identified by a recipient in the audience or in a reading, and to then be able to talk about their character and personality and profile that beautiful person in spirit, to then establish a reason for why they come, the purpose of communication, and most of all, to give comfort to the recipient that the evidence you can give is making the recipient feel like that loved one is still with them today and is aware of what's going on in their everyday life through giving great post-life evidence. And this is a wonderful opportunity that's provided within the pages of this book for the reader, that we do survive so-called death and the relationship continues through mind-to-mind communication, and that this is something we can all learn and master over time through following these 10 simple steps in this book. What type of audience would like How to Talk to the Dead in 10 Easy Steps? Anybody who's curious about the afterlife, wanting to know what happens to us when we die. Is it possible? Can we communicate with a loved one since passing? It's a fabulous book that gives great comfort and healing to a grieving person or someone who's going through bereavement and lost a loved one, that if they desire, through reading these 10 easy steps in this book, they can teach themselves how to communicate with a loved one who has died. And it's a fabulous tool and resource for anybody who's wanting to learn, regardless of age and experience, how to become an evidential psychic medium and give the best proof of life evidence that we do survive so-called death. Why this book matters? It matters because it's educating people about what happens to us when we die, and that our relationship can continue even in the afterlife through mind-to-mind communication, and that thought is superior to language in the spirit world, and that you can teach yourself with these 10 easy steps how to be able to communicate with your own loved ones who have died. And through this process, not only do it for yourself, but voluntarily or even professionally, learn to be able to become the best evidential psychic medium you can be, giving great service and comfort to those who require it, and demonstrating it and proving that in front of people in a demonstration of mediumship or even in one-to-one readings. What are some of the highlights of this book? Definitely being able to attune to the spirit and sensing and feeling a spirit through meditation and understanding what that feels like, and to sense and feel that, and to be able to decipher your own thoughts from the thoughts of spirit through the art of meditation, which leads to attunement. Another highlight in this book is the ability to reference. If you're wanting to become an evidential psychic medium through this process, it's teaching you that you only know what you know, and that you need to become worldly about all things and exposing yourself to information on all things around you. You're able to become a better reference in your subconscious mind when you become telepathically connected to a loved one who has died in the spirit world, to be able to bring up evidence and become more evidential in your mediumship because of your ability to reference all worldly things. Another great highlight of this book is it's teaching the reader how to use their senses and to be able to perceive a spirit around them, and to be able to ask thought-provoking questions to perceive responses in the mind, and using all of the clear senses to be able to interpret evidence and information that's coming in from a spirit communicator. And another great highlight that's found nowhere else in this book is the 4 Ps process, which teaches anyone who wants to be an evidential psychic medium how to profile a spirit communicator, how to sense and perceive it, and profile that person that comes in from the spirit world, and to be able to give structure so that a recipient is able to understand who this person is. It teaches the medium how to be able to place the relationship, to talk about physical characteristics, to be able to talk about their character and their personality and who they were morally as a person when they were alive, but also why they come, the purpose of communication. And what's missing in, I believe, mediumship today is what the spirit sees for the recipient since they've died. Because my greatest advocate is we have to, as evidential psychic mediums, make the recipient feel their loved one is still with them now, no matter what they're facing, no matter what's going on in their life. And this is a wonderful tool within the book that teaches people how to be able to do that and give great comfort to those who are left behind. My favorite highlight in this book is what I call the 4 Ps. It's a technique found nowhere else in the world, and it's how to profile a spirit communicator, giving physical evidence, moral and characteristics of their personality, their profession, the purpose of why they come, and most of all, and what's missing with mediumship being demonstrated today, is what the spirit sees for the recipient since they've died, and how comforting and supportive and healing this can be for anybody receiving a message through you as an evidential psychic medium. And lastly, a great highlight in this book is how to be able to present the information that comes through, how to profile a spirit communicator properly, professionally, and to present proof of life evidence, giving comfort to those who are left behind. And these are just some of the great highlights that are within this book. How to Talk to the Dead in 10 Easy Steps is also supported by an award-winning deck of cards, the Psychic Mediumship Training Cards, produced by myself and my partner, Breezer. These cards are fabulous for anyone who's going through the grieving process and you want to teach yourself how to ask thought-mind questions to your own loved ones who have died, and to be able to perceive that information through using all of your clairs, through using the Psychic Mediumship Training Cards. You can teach yourself to be able to do that. It's also a wonderful tool for anyone who wants to be more evidential in their psychic mediumship abilities. This has been able to profile the character of a spirit, be able to identify them through physicality, then through personality, profession, and possession, the purpose of communication, and why the spirit comes in the first place, and most of all, what does the spirit see for the recipient since they've died, to be able to give great comfort and healing to those who are left behind. And this is what the book, How to Talk to the Dead in 10 Easy Steps, and our Psychic Mediumship Training Cards can give to the reader. So I really hope you enjoyed that video. To see more like it, examples of my readings, my demonstrations, my spirit drawings, and spiritual education, please subscribe to my YouTube channel link below in the comments. But you can also friend me on social media. I'd really love that via Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again soon.